Welcome to ProSpeak English Dialogue. Today, Alex and Sarah are in a design review, and they don't agree. Listen for how they push back, stay respectful, and find a way forward together.
Okay, so I put together the design doc over the weekend. I can walk us through it if you want.
Yeah, please. I had a chance to skim it this morning, but I want to make sure I'm reading it right.
Sure. So basically, the main idea is to move the notification logic into a separate service. Right now, it's kind of scattered across 3 different modules and it's getting hard to maintain.
Yeah, I see that. And I get the reasoning. My question is more about the timing, like we're already mid-sprint.
Right? That's fair. I was thinking this could be scoped down though. Like, we don't have to do the full migration right now.
Okay, so just to clarify, are you saying we'd start the refactor this sprint or just design it?
I was thinking just start laying the groundwork. Maybe move one module as a proof of concept.
Okay, I hear you. That's actually a bit more manageable than I thought. I still have some concerns though.
Yeah, of course. That's kind of why we're here, right? What's on your mind?
Well, I'm wondering if we've fully thought through the impact on the existing tests. Like even a small move could, break a few things unexpectedly.
That's a fair point. I was planning to do a full audit of the test coverage before we touch anything, but I didn't include that in the doc, which probably should have.
Yeah, I think that would really help. It would make me feel a lot more comfortable, honestly. Okay, so I do want to flag something else. The part about the data flow. I'm not sure I follow the logic here.
Which part? The async handling or?
The retry logic. You have it sitting in the new service, but the way I read it, it feels like it would duplicate what we already have in the queue handler.
No, the intention was actually to replace the queue handler eventually. That's the end goal.
Oh, okay. That changes things a bit. I don't think that's clear from the doc, though, at least not to me.
Yeah, you're right. I probably assumed too much context. Let me add a section that spells that out.
That would help a lot, yeah. Because honestly, if I'm reading it wrong, others might too.
Totally fair. But okay, so setting the doc aside for a second, do you actually disagree with the approach, or is it more the documentation?
Honestly, I think I disagree with the scope. I get where you're going long term. I just think we might be biting off more than we can chew right now.
Okay, so that's the core of it. I hear you. Can you say more about that?
Yeah, so we've got the release next week, right? And I'm just worried that even a small refactor has a way of growing. You know how it goes.
I do know how it goes, but I genuinely think the risk is low if we limit it to one module. That's like a few hours of work max.
Few hours? Okay. But what if something breaks? Do we have time to fix it before the release?
That's a fair concern. I hadn't fully thought through the timing with the release. That's a good point.
Look, I don't want to be the person who blocks everything, but I feel like we keep saying just one module and then it becomes a whole thing.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I also feel like we've been putting this off for months. At some point, we actually have to start.
I agree, we need to start. I'm not sure this sprint is the right time. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but when is the right time? Next sprint, we'll have something else, and the sprint after that. You know?
That's not really fair. I'm not saying never. I'm saying not right before a release.
Right? Yeah, sorry. That came out a bit strong. I didn't mean it that way.
No, it's okay. I think we both care about this, which is probably why it's getting a little heated.
Yeah, you're right. Can we take a step back for a second?
Please. Yes.
Okay, so I think we actually want the same thing here. Like, we both want this refactor to happen. We're just disagreeing on when.
That's a good way to put it. It's a timing disagreement, not a direction disagreement.
Right. So what if we reframe the question? Instead of should we do this sprint or not, what would we need to feel confident doing it this sprint?
That's actually a better question. Okay, let me think. Okay, so for me, the big thing is the release risk. If we had a clear rollback plan, that would help a lot.
That's totally doable. We can keep the old module running in parallel for now and just route a small percentage of traffic to the new one. So if anything goes wrong, we flip it back.
Okay, yeah. That actually addresses most of my concern right there. Why wasn't that in the doc?
Honestly, I just assumed we'd do it that way. It didn't occur to me to write it down, which I see now as the problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. This is exactly why we do design reviews. Better to catch it here than after the fact.
Totally. Okay, so let me make sure I understand what you need. You want a rollback plan in the doc, a test coverage audit before we start, and we scope it to one module only, right?
Yes. And honestly, if those 3 things are in place, I think I'm actually on board.
Seriously? Okay, that's a relief. I thought we were further apart than that.
Huh? I think we were mostly just talking past each other for a bit.
Yeah, that happens. I think once I clarified the end goal, a lot of it clicked.
Right? And honestly, the question you asked, what would we need to feel confident? That really helped me get out of my own head.
I want to make sure we're on the same page before we move forward, though. So, just to confirm, you're okay with starting this sprint as long as those conditions are met?
Yeah, I mean, let's see the updated doc first. But yes, in principle, I'm aligned.
Perfect. I'll update it today and send it back for another pass. Does that work?
Works for me. And hey, thanks for not just steamrolling me on this.
Come on. Your concerns were valid. I just needed to hear them.
You know, I was a little nervous going into this review. I wasn't sure how you'd take it.
Really? I mean, I'd rather know now than find out later something didn't work. That's like the whole point.
Yeah, I know. I think sometimes it's just hard to push back when someone's put a lot of work into something. You don't want to seem like you're tearing it down.
I get that. But honestly, the way you did it, you weren't tearing it down at all. You were asking questions. That felt different.
I tried to, yeah. I learned the hard way that just saying, I disagree without explaining why, that doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you have to give the other person something to work with. Otherwise, it just turns into a back and forth.
Right? And I think that thing you did, asking what we'd need to feel confident, that completely changed the dynamic. We stopped arguing about whether and started talking about how.
I mean, I've been in enough reviews where it just goes in circles. At some point, you have to redirect the energy.
Yeah, I want to remember that one. What would we need to feel confident? That's a good one to have in your back pocket.
Ha, steal it, it's yours. Okay, I'll get the doc updated and ping you this afternoon.
Sounds good. And hey, good doc overall. I mean it. It just needed a bit more context.
Appreciate it. That's actually really helpful to hear.